بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا في جمعنا هذا في ساعتنا هذه، بما رضيت به عن عبادك الصالحين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, my dear brothers and sisters, once again we are together in this live program in the teaching of the book Al-Fath ar-Rabbani by Sayyidina Mawlana Sultan al-Awliya Sayyid Al-Sheikh Al-Jailani Qaddasa Allah Sirruhu Al-Aziz, nafa'ana barakatihi wa ulumih. And inshallah we ask Allah to grant us the barakah of the ilm, the ikhlas of the ilm. May Allah open our mind and our heart to receive the ilm, the knowledge, and that knowledge to change us to be better people as He wants us to be. Inshallah, to be His servants. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. And inshallah we'll continue as usual from 55th discourse. We are on the second page, inshallah. Brother Aqil will read for us again tonight. Fadl.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Page 374. Woe unto you, O ignorant one! Instead of letting your lower self work in opposition, you should keep it busy pleading with the Lord of truth. Almighty and glorious is He. Keep it preoccupied with this until the times of tribulations are over and the fires of misfortune are extinguished.
There is jahil. You say, oh, ignorant one. So that means jahil, and there is educated, is it? Against jahil, what?
Yes,
Ignorant?
Educated.
Educated. So much types of education we have. All types of knowledges. But in terms of being Allah's servant, you have to be very careful. Because you have to be educated. You cannot be just like someone who say, but he not follow. يا الذين آمنوا لما تقولون ما لا تفعلون كبر مقتا عند الله أن تقولوا ما لا تفعلون. Oh believer, why you say something which you never practice? Allah dislike those whom they do that. Those whom they say and never. So there are people who they say, but they never follow. A wise man said, we mentioned before, he said one of the things to see that Allah doesn't like a servant of His is that he engage himself with scholars, but never follow them. He study ilm, but he never practice it. These are signs of Allah dislike him. May Allah protect us, because he doesn't know why he's studying. So when you say jahl, there must be ilm. So al-i'rad, you are away, a position that you have to be fully occupied, preoccupied, what we call it, is it? With obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yani, normal people, I give you an example. If they have any issue with anyone, let's say they were oppressed. You was oppressed by someone. It's your right to pray against him. And there is someone else. You have oppressed him. Now you are oppressor. You are zalim, and he's oppressed. His right also to pray against you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Hadith Qudsi said, "Oh, my servant, you've been oppressed by people, and you have a right to pray against them in order for me to punish them. And there are people, you have oppressed them. So you are the oppressor, you're zalim. And that is their right to pray against you, to punish you. But if you wait till Akhirah, I will forgive both of you." That's better than punish and everything. This is for educated people. Educated in ilm, being obedient to Allah. You have to be extraordinary. Al-Mu'min, the believers, are extraordinary people. They're not ordinary people. Ordinary people, their reaction is as you can see. Can't get angry very fast. They're oppressors. They can say something and do something else. That's normal. The majority. Minority, or maybe more than minority, inshallah. Those قالوا سمعنا what? وأطعنا. Ya Allah, we have listened to your instruction and we are obedient. سمعنا وأطعنا. If you just say, and you like to hear stories, verses, ahadith, sayings, being in the presence of ulama and salihin, etc., but you are the same person always, that means you are taking a wrong direction of your life. You say, if you be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just engage yourself with Him. Maybe it will take time for you to reach to know that you are with Him already. He will let you know when. There's some people, before they're zalimeen, to they're sinners, tawbah, next day, same day they become salihin. Same day. Up to Allah. You cannot say why. Allah knows. There were two people passing by, two of them. One of them, he's a sinner. He drink, he do all type of funny things. The other one, he's salih, alim. So they're just passing by each other. The sinner said, Allah, I wish that I'm like this alim. If Allah forgive me and be like him, Allahi, that's... The other person said, Alhamdulillah, I'm not like this person. Nahal Jahannam. I am better than... When they pass by like that, Allah have taken the wilayah from this one and pass it to that one. And He passed the sins of that one, added to that. وَلَا حَوْلَ وَلَا قُوَّةَ. In the narration, the story, this nice story, related by many ulamas around the world, of Sayyidina Sheikh Al-Jailani, when he was walking once outside his majlis, after majlis ilm. Majlis, like this majlis, he sit with his students, talking, discourses. They said, when you read his life story, the greatest imam, they said, he talked in 13 types of knowledges. فقه, علوم, عقيدة, يعني مواعظ, تصوف, علم. So every day engage himself totally with ilm. Someone like that, can you imagine? And one day he was coming out from with his followers. Then he saw a drunk man lying down, or was in the side of the road. When the Sheikh came, that man said, Ya Abdul Qadir, tell to him, yes. Said, you see my position, my situation? Yes. Is Allah able to change me to be salih? No, he said to him, is Allah able or not? Is Allah qadir or not qadir? The Sheikh said, yes, he is able. Then he asked again, Ya Abdul Qadir, is Allah able or not able? That second. So the Sheikh smiled and he said, yes, he's able. Third time, he said, Ya Abdul Qadir, is Allah able or not able? The Sheikh cried and fell down like he was like fainted. So the Murideen were what we call it, wondering what has happened, what is this for? They didn't know. So when the Sheikh came to the normal situation, they asked him, Ya Sheikh, Sidi, what was the story? He said, the first time he asked me, is Allah able or not? He said, is Allah able to forgive me or not? To change my situation or not? To be salih? He said, yes, he is able. So I answered, he is qadir. Second one, he said, is Allah able or not? He said, is Allah able to make me like you or not? He said, yes, he is able. Third time he said, is Allah able to make you like me or not? That was the Sheikh, This message, in fact, good for shuyukh. Those who especially in the position of da'wah, in the position of irshad, Sheikh Tariqah, Sheikh Ilm, Sheikh Talaqqi. These people in particular, message for them. The Sheikh can say to him, hey, how come you talk? Oh, he can't say to the student, you know what? Because when you're connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know what that means. Someone, in 1 minute, his position changed to be min as-salihin. And someone maybe all his life, all of a sudden things change. So the Sheikh understands this very well. And he asks Allah, Ya Allah, always, Allahumma hadina fi man, keep us, Ya Allah, in a straight path. So they are shuyukh. Mashallah. They misunderstood the meaning of all of these. And because of that, they are murideen also. But they are great salihin. We read about them. Nowadays, with this difficult time, you won't find this too much of genuine shuyukh. There are plenty, but not all genuine. Those who really, and luckily we have, alhamdulillah, met a couple of them. Therefore we know, at least we know the quality. But the new generation, or nowadays generation, they have not met such people. May Allah be with them. But one of the things we can do if in this situation where there is no guide, or you cannot find one, the Sheikh in one of his, Sidi Shah Abdul Qadir said, always ask Allah, Allahumma dullana ala man yadulluna alayk. Ya Allah, guide us to the one who will guide us to you. Sayyidina Jalaluddin Rumi, Mawlana Jalaluddin Rumi rahmatullah alayhi said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent his messenger to you so that his messenger will take you to him, to Allah. Sayyidina Rasulullah came to take you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sayyidina Ali, Imam Ali radiallahu anhu, he has a beautiful saying. They said to him, you came to Allah, you came to know Allah through Muhammad, or you came to know Muhammad through Allah? You came to know Allah through Muhammad, or you came to know Muhammad through Allah? He said, neither one. Neither one. Because if I came to know Allah through Rasulullah, then I trust Rasulullah more than Allah in this case. And if I came to know Rasulullah through Allah, then what's the point? If I know Allah already, I know. But I know Allah by Allah. And Rasulullah came, Allah sent him, so that I know what Allah wants from me. What should I do? He came to you to take you to Allah, to take you back. Because you belong to Him. When you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, how? Through the teaching of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In alamul, before the beginning, وَإِذَا خَذَ اللَّهُ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُم. Allah took the oath from the children of Adam. أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ? Am I not your Lord? قَالُوا بَلَى. Yes. Ya Allah, of course. أن تقولوا يوم القيامة إنا كنا عن هذا إيش غافلين. That may say one day we were not aware of that. So we, al-fitra, worship Allah. But then later, how to worship Allah? تهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين. That's how. You need guide. It's said someone who was in an island. In that island, he was alone. And he fasted every day. Fasting daily, tahajjud every night. No disturbance. Alone in that island. Ibadah, khalwa, ma'allah. Right? So, how he survived, there's a tree. Every day this tree gives 2 fruits. So he take one for sahur, one for iftar. Okay? And the water around him sweet. There's spring water in the island, so he drink her. So he spent all his life like that. In his dream, once, he heard someone saying to him, you want to enter Jannah through your deeds or through rahmatillah? You want your amal, you enter Jannah, or through Allah's rahmah, which everyone included. So maybe someone say, I am extraordinary. I am doing so much things. Saying that is a sin, in fact. Because you are not favoring Allah. Allah favoring you to be His servant. You don't say, I favor Allah that I am a believer. No, no, no. يمنون عليك إسلامهم. ها؟ يمن إيش الآية؟ يمنون عليك قل لا تمنوا علي وإلا هداكم لإيمان إن كنتم صادقين. He said, يمنون, they are favoring, looks like you to the believer. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His favor upon you to make you, if you are truthful. So you are not favoring Allah in anything. Temporary life, going close to Him or far away from Him. Jannah or Jahannam forever. May Allah protect us from Jahannam. Yeah. So he is in that. They were asking, we want to Jannah through your deeds, through your everyday fasting, every night tahajjud, and no disturbance, no social media, no anything. He said, through my deeds. They said, then in this case you have to go to Jahannam. Huh? Yes. Who's the one who gave you the spring water in this island? And you have to be grateful to Him every day. If you know one day no water, you are gone. To use it for drinking, for bathing, everything. And who's the one who gives you fruits every day? Twice. Nothing to do with season. And who the one who allow you to pray to Him. So this is all Allah favoring you. So you have nothing to do. Is Allah's rahmah made you like that, and through His rahmah only will enter Jannah. Allah la kawdas bi rahmatillah. So Allah's rahmah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what we can do, if we are in a situation of this, al-ulama, Ahl al-Athwaq, they call them. They say, if you have missed someone to guide you, till you find him, what you should do, recite more salawat upon Rasulullah. Because they said, if the more the murid recites salawat upon Rasulullah, he might reach to position higher than the Sheikh himself, his Sheikh. To salawat, because salawat upon Rasulullah is something big. Right? So, learn to recite more salawat, especially we are heading towards the month of Rabiul Awwal, inshallah. Best thing you can do, many things, but one of the things you can do is Durood Sharif, salawat upon Sayyidina Rasulullah. I'll teach you on salawat to recite. Simple one. There are many. If you have a wirid already salawat, do it. If not, there is one simple salawat you can do, which is good, inshallah. I recite it always, maybe you notice that. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا مولانا رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا رب العالمين. Allah shower blessings of yours upon Sayyidina Muhammad, the salawat which pleased you, and please him and make us pleased with it, with that salawat. So I give you ijazah, inshallah, all brothers and sisters who are with me and those whom they are watching us, ijazah to recite this salawat. We recite together. Huh? اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
صلاة ترضيك
صلاة ترضيك
وترضيه
وترضيه
وترضى بها
وترضى بها
عنا
عنا
مولانا
مولانا
رب العالمين.
رب العالمين.
الحمد لله. جزناكم إن شاء الله.
الحمد لله.
Fine. This one of salawat. Of course, if you have salawat, you are reciting, that's alhamdulillah. But in case of this, sometimes people said, one salawat easy, simple, I can do it. Inshallah, this one. Or I saw Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sallam. It's another, up to you. But most important to recite salawat so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect him, inshallah. Live vaccine. Nah. Ameen ya Allah. Aywa.
O you who claim to seek the Lord of truth, almighty and glorious is He. Where do you stand in relation to one who is familiar with the treasure houses of His mercy and His love? So plead with Him when you are on the road before attaining to Him. When you are perplexed, means puzzled, say, O guide of the perplexed.
This is a Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir said, in case of your blur, you are confused, you don't know what to do, he said this, recite this, munajat. He said, إذا تحيرت, if you are listening, قل يا دليل المتحيرين دلني. وإذا ابتليت وعجزت عن الصبر قل إلهي أعني وصبرني واكشف عني. So it's like this. يا دليل المتحيرين دلني إلهي أعني وصبرني واكشف عني. Yeah, read it now.
When you are perplexed, say, O guide of the perplexed, guide me. When you are put to the test and incapable of patience.
This is very important. If you are in a test and you find yourself, you are impatient, you cannot take it. Recite what? Yes?
Say, my God, help me, give me patience, and grant me relief.
No. Simple. Those sick, those commitment, those family issues. This is very simple dua. He said, the Sheikh said, say, means say he have tested by himself. Secondly, he giving ijazah to the people to do. So we qabilna ijazah from him. Inshallah. In this case, if there's something blur, you will know what to do. If you are impatient, you will be guided. Now, hey.
As for when you have arrived and your heart is admitted to his presence.
And that is what we want, to reach. Yani, we became in al-wasali. Now, you have reached to him. Then what happened?
And drawn near to him. There is no need to ask, no use for the tongue, but only silence and witnessing. You become a guest, and the guest does not express his own wishes. He behaves with good manners, eats what he is offered, and accepts what he is given, unless he is told to say what he would like, in which case he makes his wishes known in obedience to an order, not of his own volition.
Now, when you reach, no need to say anything. That's why Al-Salihin, Al-Abidin, to talk with people very less. They won't engage themselves with people for many reasons. One, they don't care. Someone say, these people talk like that. Nothing. Second, they save these words to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine you are talking with the king. And someone else can say, Salaam alaikum, Abang, just one thing I want to talk with you. Huh? What? You talk with him. So what you say, Your Majesty, I will leave you now because someone wants to talk with you. Cannot. And in the presence of the king, in the palace of the king, you are expected to get a good food, no doubt. Sah?
Yes.
But if you were asked, is there anything you want to take? You say, anything. Up to your generosity. You don't need to say, you know. But if you were being asked many times, he said, I will eat from the food you will eat. From your food.
Allah.
خلاص. Sayyidina Al-Hasan Al-Basri said someone brought to him a slave. Because they're slaves. And the one who bought the slave went to the house and said to him, where do you want to sleep? He said, wherever you ask me to sleep, I will sleep. What food do you like to eat? Whatever you provide me. Say, what work you want to do? Anything you ask me to do. He said, if we are like this slave with Allah, we are min as-salihin. He give you rizq, whatever, alhamdulillah. Ya Allah. Put you in test, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. Give you, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah ala. Huh? That's one. So this is how the Sayyidina Al-Fudayl bin Iyad radiyallahu min as-salihin, kabir awliya. Once he was at the age of 85. Then before he was in his last stage, he said to his children, go and find for me someone same of my age, slave. Buy for me a slave, his age 80, 85. He said, how to find him? He said, go on. They went, could not find. Or could go and for someone who worked. He's a worker to pay him at the same age, 85. They went, they could. He said, no way. Because at this age, they already been freed, given their freedom. And at this age, no one will allow them to work. The people will give them sadaqah and hadiyah, and they will say, no, please, don't work. This is billah. You're like my father, like my mother. I won't allow you to do. So smart, he said. He said, Ya Allah, makhluq, a creature, never allow another creature to be slave anymore. He give freedom. And a worker also. I'm 85. And you are the creator. You're more generous than anyone. Will you allow a slave of yours to be with Ahl Jahannam? You have to give me freedom now. How this, they know how to see how they know how to talk with Allah in His presence. We complain after complain after complain after complain. La hawla. That complaint will take you away from Him. But alhamd, وَمَن يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ. Allah will find a way for you. From direction you never imagined. But if you have to have taqwa, إِن تَكُونُوا صَالِحِينَ فَإِنَّهُ كَانَ الْأَوَّابِينَ غَفُورًا. If you are a pious, you will find Him forgiver for those oftenly ask forgiveness. As He subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran al-Kareem. So, this is something which we have to understand, brothers and sisters. It's our situation as Allah's servants. We belong to Him. When you belong to Him, you have to act according to that. What Allah wants you to do in this situation, any situation you face. If He doesn't know, you have to go and relate it to Sayyidina Rasulullah. Because He has, وَلَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ. In His example, in Him you find the excellent example for everything. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then you'll find answer for any questions. Yeah. Subhanallah. Al-adab, the etiquette of being with Allah. Al-Salihin. Rabi'a, she worshipped Allah all her life. And she never asked anything from Him. He said, you are my Lord, I am your servant. How to ask you? Whatever you give me must be good for me. Buhlul or Bahlul, he was how you read about him. Buhlul, sometimes you say crazy. He's not crazy, he's a wise man. But he said it in a way that people understand. They said to him, Ya Buhlul, one day they saw him riding a stick. He made it like horse. Stick, put a rope, and then... So they said, Ya Buhlul, you should ask Allah to, release you from this. He said, am I in this situation with His knowledge or without His knowledge? They said, with His knowledge. He said, is it I am the one who choose or He choose? That's His choice for me to be like that. They said, that's His choice. He said, I'm happy with His choice. Khalas. He might, but he, subhanallah, ajib. He was really wise man. The wisdoms come always from his mouth. So not anyone, This is one of the adab of the etiquette of the ulama. This is one of them. He was talking about Sirah Nabawiyah. And he came to the time when Sayyidina Rasulullah passed away. And they brought the water to wash his blessed body. Was still made. So he was talking then, and he said, and they poured the water on his body to to what? To wash the body, correct? But he said two on his tongue. They were looking to him. He said to wash the water with his body. To purify, that water to be purified will touch the body of Sayyidina Rasulullah. This is adab. And you can see the other side, opposite side, people talk, يعني Rasulullah passed away, nothing, you know, but, or, لا حول ولا قوة. Someone said, if you want, you see, I give you something, this is something put in your mind, brothers and sisters, in order for you to be safe. If you want to talk anything regarding Sayyidina Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and those whom they not yet have reached to the level to understand his high position, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. See, whoever wants to talk or to say anything, he have to imagine that he's talking with Rasulullah himself directly. And Rasulullah in his presence. He's in the presence of Sayyidina Rasulullah. So he's going to talk. If what he wants to talk about his parents, will he say, Ya Rasulullah, your parents in Jahannam? Na'udhu billah. Or you say, Rasulullah, you die and nothing after that. Oh, can someone talk with Rasulullah in this way? So, if you want to say anything, before the words came from my mouth, imagine that you're talking directly with Sayyidina Al-Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very simple, but very difficult at the same time. May Allah guide us. Now, anyway, continue a bit.
Asking is appropriate when one is at a distance, and silence when one is near.
Yani, if you are far, you call for, you know, you're someone who far away, normal situation, oh yeah. But when he's there, no need. So with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you are, you know, you ask for certain things, but if you are close to him, what to ask? Before you have him. But when you are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what are you going to ask? Because Allah gave you so much things before you ask. You think if you ask, you're going to ask for something extra? More than what he gave? Anyway, now.
The people of the Lord
Ahlullah, al-arifin billah,
are acquainted with none but the Lord of truth.
Yes.
Almighty and glorious is He.
No.
Influential people have lost all connection with them, and material concerns have been discarded from their hearts. Even if they are deprived of food and drink for days or months, they do not care and remain unaffected, because the Lord of truth, Almighty and glorious is He, is their sustainer, and He gives them whatever nourishment He wishes.
That's mean here. No matter what happened, don't care. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even if there's, you fast, there is a breakfast. If there is a test, there is a release. Isbiru wa sabiru wa rabitu la'allakum tuflihun. Oh people, oh believer, be patient, extra patient, and extra patient, in order for you to reach to falah, triumph. And if not from anyone, from Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. When times come, things will change, and Allah will make you forget about the past. You will enjoy the present, the nearness. You will want to talk about, yani, for example, if you left somewhere, the king left you somewhere and he said, stay here, alone. And he went. After 1 month, he came. 1 month. In this 1 month, you are suffering. So, but when he comes, he give you a word, he give you this, And he said, "For the are you this 1 month is you were okay? How is it?" Of course, I was very good, alhamdulillah. You won't say, "Why you left me here?" No. When there is something, you just be taslim. See, there's taslim, there's tawfir, there's tawakkul, there are degrees, depend on how high in your position, how much you're giving rank. You will know the easiest way to know you are a good believer or still growing in a time of patience, sabr. Not when you have money. No, this one, this one different. But when you have sad time of patience, oh, this is the one. This is the one. I'll give you one example. Incident happened in Baghdad. To end tonight's session. There is one big sheikh in Baghdad. His name Sheikh Hassan Karachwari. He's from Kurdistan. He's Barazanji. You know Maulud Barazanji? And he's Husseini. They are Sayyid Husseini. This sheikh, mashallah, he was a generation of awliya. His father min al-awliya. His grandfather min al-awliya. All of them. Al-Arifin billah. Taqwa, ilm, salah, so much. Ajib. He himself was his grandson, very close to us, great grandson, still Baghdad, very close to us. Sheikh Rashid, Allah grant him sahha wal afiyah and barakah. He told me about him few stories. He's a very strong believer of Sayyidina Qadiriyya, very strong believer of Sayyid Sheikh Abdul Qadir. So he said, one day they have a room. Still now, the rooms they have until this moment, the room maintained, giving them. He said once he came out, he wants to ziyarah Sayyid Sheikh Abdul Qadir. Because they deal with Sayyid Sheikh Abdul Qadir not as a maqam. No, when they enter, look, he's like me, he's like alive. How you meet someone like that, the Sheikh, like that. That's al-adab ma al-awliya. Adab al-awliya, not anyone knows. Al-adab ma al-amwat in general, not everyone knows. Only those whom they have good heart. Yeah. So he was one of these al-arifin. So he came that day, he wants to go to ziyarah. So he asked his servant, he wore big imama. So he took imama out and he tied himself with the imama and he asked the murid, pull like putting an animal, take me inside the mazar. Like I am the horse or the dog. I'm saying, not anyone will understand it. Someone say, hey, we are. This is something they understand. This is showing the humbleness. So the murid of his khadim said, no, I cannot do this. How to pull you like, I cannot. Yeah, it was too big to him. He said, do it. He said, no. One Pakistani guy was passing by. He said, bye. Yes, come, can you take me? Yeah, boy, okay, come. Mushkilna ya. Yeah. This Sheikh Hassan Qayachwari, last Ramadan of his life. As normal, he go, the khalwa in his room, no one enter. Every day they provide him with one bread in sahur, one for iftar, khubuz. And he go for salat. He go for salat, 5-time prayers, and go inside. That's it. No one see him. The whole month of Ramadan. So just Eid, before Eid, night, because that murid, he the one who locked them. Only when he knocked the door, he opened. So the key with him. And he stand outside the room, the khalwa room. Then he opened. He's not allowed to open unless the sheikh say. Very strict. He opened, he looked, the sheikh was not in the room. Huh? The key with him, and there is nothing. Search, where is it? Anyway, he went out. After a while, the room, the Sheikh came out. Then morning, Eid day, he went to pray Salatul Eid, and went ziyarah, see Sheikh Abdul Qadir, ziyarah, everything. Then he went out. He saw a dog outside with puppies. Dog, female, with puppies. So he went, you can imagine Salatul Eid, people just prayed. Salatul Eid, coming out. Thousands of people. So he went, and he's big sheikh. No, not anyone. He was playing with the dog, like puppy. He bark like them. So it's big, embarrassing for his, Ya Allah. He make like himself, and he. So his murid, this one, he felt ashamed. It was big, but he doesn't know. So they went to the room. So when they went to the room, the Sheikh went to the room and he brought 60 pieces of bread. That's the bread where the murid provide. He said, this is your bread. This is the bread, then how you... So I spend my Ramadan elsewhere. With Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How is that? How is this? This is not for ordinary people to ask. There is ranks, as we said. Each rank has something. Even though you won't know this, ordinary people doesn't know. And Quran explains so much things, but we are not Ahlul Kahf. Ahlul Kahf, 309 years, slept. He went to the city, one of them, he met his great-great-grandfather, his great-grandson. And you just imagine it. He met his great-great-grandson while he's still alive. And their great-grandson was an old man. And he's still young. So can you imagine these things? These things, karamat, something different. How they go, that is not your job. And not belongs to you. Yani, you ask a doctor, operation. How you do this? Can I help you? You crazy or what? Doctor, you doing open heart. Let me help. I can't. You just show me what to do. It's changing bulb. So there's ulum given wahbiyat and there's kasbiyat. There's ulum. Allah subhanahu yakhtassu bi rahmatihi man yasha. So some people doesn't know. Of course they doesn't know that you can't talk. Anyway. And this, by the way, you can't say, Sheikh, can I get this knowledge? When you ask this question, you are stupid already. This is given by آتَيْنَاهُ مِنْ لَدُنَّا عِلْمًا. Not anyone. Yeah. So, he said, I was this Ramadan, last Ramadan for me, and that's it. And I was invited this Ramadan to be with them. And he said, they have given me the degree of Ghawthiyya, helper. Salihin, those, Al-Madad. He said, when I went to Ziyarah, of see Sheikh Abdul Qadir, when I came out, was out, Shaitan whispered, he said, hey, you are Ghawth and he's Ghawth, why you visit him? You are now high rank. So to break my nafs, I want to do something to break. I found that puppies and mother, so I play with them to break my soul. So not to feel, I feel like I am, come please kiss my hand, and al-waliyu salih awliya. See this, subhanallah. Ajaib. So, those awliya, subhanallah, ahwal. So I said, luckily we have seen this type of people. And knowing something, spirituality. Everywhere in this world you find these people. In Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Pakistan, in India, in Sri Lanka, in America. I like those people, Ahl al-Mukashafat. Those who they read your heart. Oh, that's, I enjoy. They give you straight away, direct. I tell you something. Once I was in my trip, I went to America. I went to San Francisco. You know what came to my mind? I say, is there any awliya in this land? In America? When you say awliya, imagine, these countries where, but here isn't. I was in New York passing by, and all this. There, awliya here. We had majlis in Ta'alif Collective with Al-Marhum, or our brother Isama Khan. He did a great job, this guy. Allah yarham, rahmatullah alayhi. Great job, Allah. Anyway, so, Majlis Mawlid. Beautiful. Like you are in a garden of paradise. Recitation, Mawlid. People, those who convert. Mat Salih, and many, all types of colors. But they recite Mawlid, Burda. Because how much they recite, they memorize it. So I was looking to them, and they enjoy, they cry. We sometimes when Mawlid, we attend always Mawlid and Burda, and when they recite, no, just like that to pretend that we know what. But those people, they recite, yeah. So when they said to me, Sheikh, dua what? I said, dua akhir Mawlid. I said, Wallahi, if you should recite dua, and I say, Ameen. Yeah, I really belittle myself compared to them. Because they came with struggle. We came for granted. صح ولا لا? Anyway, so during Mawlid, Sheikh Osama always mentioned to Sheikh Al-Jailani, Ya Jailani la tinsani, yani mashi ashiq. And many muhibbeen also there. It came to my mind, at that majlis, the poem of Sayyidina Imam Abdullah bin Alawi al-Haddad. He has a poem describing Sayyid Shaykh Al-Jailani. Beautiful poem. Very nice. And he's explaining how he loves him, his connection with him. Beautiful, beautiful. In his diwan. Anyway, came to my mind. This poem, just when I was listening, just like that, in my heart. I just like to read it. When the majlis finished before, Sheikh Osama Allah yarham said, Sidi, there is someone, one Haji here, he's from Somalia, Haji Ibrahim, I think. He's about, at that time he's 81 or 85, I can't recall his age. And he wants to present gift to you. I said, Bismillah, fadal. So he started, old man, like subhanAllah, but his face shining. Hafiz al-Quran, zikr every day, salawat all the way. He talks only Arabic. He said, I engage myself with Quran, so I don't want to learn Aliyah. Then he said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good morning, morning, good. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. So he said that. And he said, I want to present you a gift. He said, Allah. SubhanAllah, he opened the book and he recited the poem of Imam Al-Haddad, the one which I was just thinking of it. By coincidence. Happened. But to clear it, coincident or not, after finish, he said to me, is that what you want? Just he said, exactly, he said, is that what you thought of just now? This, yani this Ahlul Kashaf. And nowadays, see the opposite side. They brought someone who claimed he is prophet during Al-Ma'mun, Khalifa Al-Ma'mun time. So he brought him. Say, you're a prophet? Yes. Okay. So each prophet has miracles. You have any miracles? Yes, I have. Okay, what's your miracle? Reading hearts. And I know what is in your heart now. So what's in my heart? You're in your heart saying, I'm a liar. So I have not. Well, correct. Send him to the prison, 1 month. Came out from prison. He said, yeah, okay, any narration, any wahyu? He said, no. I said, why? He said, angel never enter prison. So then they found that he is miskin. out of service. And they brought again someone, he claimed he's God.
God.
This, the crazy people can't say anything. Then he met them met together. In the story. He said, you know his guy? Who is this? He said, he came, he's a prophet. I never seen someone like this. ولا حول ولا قوة. Both of them is مجنون. What to do? Send it to Allah. نسأل الله العفو والعافية. آمين يا Allah. So inshallah Allah grant us صحبة الصالحين. Sayyidina Jalal said, accompany awliya will make you min al-awliya. They say, al-mujanasa bil-mujalasa. To get from someone, you have to sit with him. To have, not sit only. Sit in a majlis, and after majlis, mashallah, alhamdulillah, today majlis, Allahu Akbar. I see this masjid, in Baghdad, masjid, very big masjid, huge masjid. And the alim, he's one great ulama, he's a scholar, big professor, but he's not khatib. Khatib not like, wow, give you the, he just, alhamdulillah, no. So sometimes very hot outside, masjid very cold, sitting, so people sleeping and snoring. So when he say, أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لكم وللمسلمين فاستغفروه إنه ها. So they were, MashaAllah. Today khutbah was, you see the khutbah memories. So no, they people alerting, and and they will focus. They monitor, like CCTV on them. Now their CCTV can see the people. صح ولا لا? Human can hear. But Allah give you this position, hearts to monitor through. Now I can call anyone by WhatsApp call, anywhere in this world. Correct or not? Send email. So human have created this. How about Allah's work? Heart to heart. But this one need what? That's high technology. This also high technology. Rabbani, this one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open for those whom He will. He choose. Someone say, if I choose, wallahi, I will do many things. Luckily you're not. نسأل الله العفو والعافية. Allah grant us to be من عباد الله الصالحين. We humiliate ourselves to Him only. And with His creatures we humble ourselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to be among al-muttaqeen, al-salihin, al-munibeen, al-khashi'een. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the love of Sayyidina Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, love of Ahlul Bayt, Sahaba, al-Awliya, al-Atqiya, Mashayikh al-Maharibiha. May Allah grant us, inshaAllah, توفيق الهداية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. And just would like to request you all special dua and Fatiha to one Sheikh who just passed away yesterday, is it? I met him in Baghdad last time. His father was also a Pir and Murshid Sheikhs. MashaAllah, very good people, very humble, very nice people. The father passed away, and the son also passed away. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi. Allah grant him rahmah. Pir Sayyid Habibur Rahman, son of Pir Sayyid Muhammad Arif Shah. Inshallah, for both of them. Allahumma ighfir lahum warhamhum wa'afihim wa'fu anhum. Allahumma akrim nuzulahum wassu' mudkhalahum tajawaz an sayyi'atihim. اللهم جازهم بالحسنات إحسانا وبالسيئات عفوا وغفرانا. اللهم انقلهم من ضيق القبر واللحود إلى جناتك جنات الخلود إلى ظل ممدود ماء مسكوب فاكهة كثير لا مقطوع ممنوع فرش مرفوعة والذي يمتع عليه من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء الصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين. وارزقهم شفاعة وصحبة المصطفى سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم في جناتك جنات النعيم يا كريم. وعلى هذه النية وإلى أرواحهم وأرواح المسلمين والمسلمات الفاتحة. اللهم صل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله. الحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.